brings to the ring.
Well, I won't disagree with you on that. That man, the Phantom, has choked me out before. Absolutely uncalled for.
He's choking himself out there? What's going on?
He's already bleeding from the mouth. Phantom might even be biting on his own fingers, maybe trying to give himself some life. Honestly, I gotta say I'm surprised to see him here. He suffered some serious injuries last Friday night at our weekly Avondale show. It's amazing that he can come out here.
It's a brutal match, definitely. It looks like some kind of twisted black John Wayne Gacy.
Very interesting combination of words there, Porter Steak.
Porterfield, we've got a long, rich history.
Well, matchup has begun. I hope for the Phantom's sake he is 100% because Fred Yehi has impressed in the limited time he has been here. I gotta say,
this should be an interesting matchup. You have the traditional wrestling mat-based skills of Fred Yehi, and then you just have this out-of-this-world, unpredictable, uncontrollable rage that's called the Phantom.
You are right about that, Porter Steak. It's pretty impressive that Fred Yehi, I gotta say, we've done 137 of these, that being Empire shows, and that man right there, if you don't have any calculators, that's a little over 2 years. He has the most impressive submission move I have seen in my duration here, that being Fred Yehi. Fred Yehi, very light and limber on his feet despite being a bigger man.
Again, showing off those mat-based wrestling skills, but I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with the chain wrestling skills of both of these technicians.
Well, Fred Yehi, takeover. Oh, look at that, look at the balancing act coming from the Phantom.
What agility he has.
It's impressive. If it didn't work out in the wrestling world, Circus de Olay would be a second choice for him.
What was that?
Circus de Olay. Do you
keep an eye on the match for you,
Porter Steak? See Phantom playing those mind games, heading outside of the ring. The referee is taking the count.
If he's not in by a 10 count, the referee can count him out, throw this out, and just raise the head of Fred Yehi.
Yehi has a big smile on his face, but there looks to be a bit of concern in his eyes right now. Not quite sure what to make of the Phantom, as are most here in Empire Wrestling.
There's nobody better at mind games than him.
You can hear the brown noises of hell starting to raise up. That's also got to be affecting the mind of Fred Yehi.
Affecting my sphincter.
Affecting your sphincter. Some nice commentating there.
My pleasure.
He's got a clue.
Fred Yehi.
Yeah, he's just not able to get his mind around this competitor. He's just used to going in, grappling, jockeying position, all of that stuff. But this man, I don't know, it's like trying to make sense out of a cat. It just doesn't happen. It just, this man is irrational. He's crazy.
The audience starting to yell fight a little bit. And these two men are gonna do just that, it looks like.
Inverted that Greco-Roman knuckle lock.
Wrestling lockup by Fred Yehi.
Got a good solid arm bar on the man. The amount of pressure he's putting on that could lead to a submission.
Phantom with a quick feet though. Seems like Phantom has a counter for almost everything that you throw at him. Yehi is going to have to pull more out of his bag of tricks than just that if he wants to succeed against this man. This is what we're talking about here, the impressive technical skills. Look at this. This is a submission. Look, he's bending the Phantom in half.
His back, his legs, his spinal column, all being twisted.
Back getting bent worse than the economy. Phantom right now in a bit of a predicament. The referee says that he is not quitting. Can't really see from where I was at. It looked like they were going to be going for the eyes or the face of the Phantom. Just to be careful, that is grounds for disqualification, something I'm sure he does not want to have happen.
If there's a way to get control of your opponent, it's just kick the shit out of the back of his head. That'll do it. And when you put 2 feet in the back of a noggin like that, I don't care how crazy you are, if you've got brains, they get scrambled.
Porter, idiot, there are kids in the audience. Try to hold on to your language there, okay?
Okay, I
Try to keep this clean.
I didn't mean scramble, I meant omelet, I'm sorry.
You can see Phantom getting back to his apron. Sounds like the audience saying, take your time. That's what Phantom does. He always plays game. You never quite know if it's like Ricky Ticky Tappy and he's just trying to sucker you in.
But at the same time, Fred Yehi, you think he'd be using this as an opportunity. You know, trying to just shoot him, go for his hips, go for some sort of submission, ankle lock, something.
Yeah.
But he's just so confounded by how weird this guy is.
Yeah, trying to go for a test of strength there, but still not quite sure what to make of Phantom. With good reason. Oh, look at that. That may have just been a blow to the face.
Just driving his hands and knuckles into his eyes.
The referee deemed that to be illegal.
I don't care how tough you are, if you can't see your opponent, you can't pin them.
Yeah, getting caught up in the ropes like a fat man at the spaghetti dinner there for a second, but he's able to get out.
Going for the quick victory.
The 2 count, 1 second away. Look at that beautiful execution by the Phantom, and that may be it. That's the most impressive thing about the Phantom. Every time he administers a move, he has a quick follow-up.
Just trying to wrench that arm out of the socket. So now Fred Yehi working on the leg.
Well, that is a wise decision. So much of the offense from the Phantom comes from his feet. If he can individually take apart pieces of the body. Look at that. That's a brutal looking submission hold.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, a lot of smaller guys will try to utilize some sort of aerial attack or something like that. Whether you're mat-based wrestling or flank to the air, if your legs are broken, if you can't stand, you can't wrestle.
Definitely favoring the damage that has been done to that leg, but it looked like Yehi may have been favoring the shoulder as well. Look at that. It was a beautiful bridge.
That's right.
I can only compare that to Paul Simon. Unbelievable.
I was thinking Kurt Hennig, but okay, Paul Simon.
Paul, what are you talking about? A beautiful kick to the back of the head, albeit a rabbit kick, or the equivalent of a rabbit punch in boxing.
Fred Yehi definitely believes in that principle that if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Phantom is taking that to the outside now. Now Fred Yehi's got to be careful here. Phantom is his most deadly when he is on the outside. We've seen it before, but I don't think Yehi knows.
He's an amazing grappler. He's a great tactician. But the man can brawl.
Look at that. Nice series of chops. Now Phantom trying to get some more life back in that leg. You can see he's starting to get a little more speed going on. This is where Phantom can be very dangerous.
Trying to crack a rib or something. Oh my God!
Look at that. Fred Yehi with the clothesline. It looked like it may have been a bit of desperation though, but it's effective.
Brad, he's in hot pants! Hot pants! Hot pants!
Yeah, 1 second away from the win.
For a second I thought the Widowmaker showed up. Pounded him into the corner. Oh! T-bone suplex into a pin. Wow! And he still gets up, just trying to humiliate his opponent by driving his elbow into his face.
Yeah, administering some very good pins, but Phantom with just too much life left in his body. But this is a good way to expel some of that.
Gives him a chance to catch a breath while at the same time preventing his opponent from being able to breathe himself. This is a brilliant strategy on Fred Yehi's part.
I'm going to say for Yehi, being a rookie in this industry, he does a very good job of in-ring positioning. Phantom out of reach of the rope break, his saving grace, if you will. Look at that beautiful knee to the back. He's also got to be working on the elbows Look at that, maybe hyperextending the elbows of the Phantom there.
I mean, it shows the great flexibility of the Phantom to be able to take that, but the fact that he hasn't submitted yet just shows how tough the guy is.
Sorry about that, referee saying that once again, Phantom not going to submit, not going to say no, but that has always been his MO here in Empire Wrestling.
I don't know if the words "I quit" are in his vocabulary. I don't know what kind of schooling he has. I don't know how good his vocabulary is.
He doesn't have, he's a man of very few words. He likes to do his talking in the ring. But he's going to need to do some more of that if he expects to win. Right now he's getting more black and purple than his shoes.
At this point, Fred Yehi is just mocking his opponent. With that neck breaker, shades of Rick Rude there, he could have just gone for a pin, and no, he wants to humiliate his opponent.
Well, I gotta say that I've always liked the idea of confidence. It takes a lesser man and gets him much farther in life, but he might be a little too confident, that being Yehi right now. He does have to take his opponent very seriously. Look at that. Beautiful.
That's how you do a leg drop, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody does it better.
Yeah, that's two.
That ought to show how effective that leg drop is, that he almost got a 3 count on it.
Just splitting hair away from a win is Fred Yehi. Now Phantom in a great deal of trouble. Phantom doing what he can.
He's trying to mount a comeback, stopping the punch in the feet.
Again, unorthodox maneuvering of Phantom, using his head, punching the feet of Yehi. Using his head, you never know what you're going to get with this guy.
You use the word unorthodox, and boy, there couldn't be a better descriptor for him.
Oh, look at the moonsault coming off of the ropes. That could be it, Fred Yehi.
Off the second rope. What athleticism he's displaying. I'm sure a lot of people are looking at that physique of Fred Yehi thinking he's got this in the bag.
Hear the impressive chops with Phantom coming through. Look at that, now Yehi using that in-ring, using those ropes, bouncing all around.
Russian leg sweep there. Again, going back, I can't harp on this, I can't go to this enough about the effectiveness of using classic pro wrestling holds like that.
Fred Yehi, a man beyond his years in that ring, no doubt about it, as he is showing.
Reverse.
Look at that. But Yehi right back in the ring, impressive. Look at the strength.
So there's just too much action to call it. They're just moving so fast.
Both men locked up, and now we got a pinning situation.
Back to him. See, it's going for some sort of crossface or.
Now with submission, Phantom's got to be careful. This is actually a pinfall potentially if he doesn't get off of his.
Absolutely right. He doesn't want his shoulders on that mat.
Referee deeming one elbow up. So he didn't go for the pinfall now.
Moving into a submission hold, I'll tell you just the grace with which this crazy man is moving is surprising.
Two men locked up worse than a hairball in a kitty litter box. Look at that. Yeah, it looked like he was trying to use that turnbuckle as leverage, and that was it. That was a 3 count. Yehi's going to come away victorious.
Oh, winner of the match, Fred Yehi!
Now you know that the Phantom has to be livid. He thought he had it. He thought he had the match in the middle of in his hands, but that's why they call this human chess. Chess. Do you know what chess is? Do you know that game? Instead of Warhammer 40K? No?
Very aware of chess. I don't know your nerd games, no. But that was impressive by Fred Yehi.